What is up, y'all? I'm back with another video. So told you guys previously that I was going to jump in here and give you guys like a talking head example with the Canon M50 Mark II here in 2024, just so we, as a community can, determine whether or not this camera will still be good for stuff like this, or if you got a small office, small studio, and you just wanted a small camera with some good quality, could this actually sustain you and get you started on YouTube, because you can find this camera used really, really cheap. So I wanted to do this for you guys real fast, as well as for myself, just so we can see. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you guys all of the things that I'm running regarding hardware, and I'm gonna give you all the settings I have on the camera, and then we'll go from there. All right, so first and foremost, I'm shooting this in 1080-60. We know we want to stay away from the 4K on the Canon M50, so if you're gonna buy this camera, just understand that you're gonna be shooting in 1080-60. The 4K is, to me, you just can't use it. I think it's because of the autofocus and stuff like that. It just really doesn't work. So just stay at 1080-60. Now, this video will be upscaled to 4K 60. All right, so we're shooting it at 1080-60, but when you watch this here on YouTube, it's in 4K 60. All right, I upscaled it just so we can see that, so I don't have to come back at a later time and do another video showing you what it would look like upscale. We're just gonna go ahead and upscale it right now so we can go ahead and see that. Okay, so second thing is I have my XLR microphone running through my Vocaster 1 audio interface going straight into the Canon M50. And for those that don't know, I rock a Vocaster 1, which is an audio interface of choice for me. And the reason I run this Vocaster 1 is because I can plug in a 3.5 straight into the camera and get this audio going straight into the camera. My audio levels look great. I have the Vocaster 1 hub software on my screen over here. It looks great. On the camera monitor, it looks great. All right, I have eye tracking turned on the Canon M50 Mark II, and it's tracking both my eyes. And I'm looking up and down, from the lens to the screen up there, my external monitor, just to make sure I'm doing things and I can see the right stuff. So right now it's tracking my eyes, as you can see, so it's not losing focus. So that's a good thing. Now, I'm using the Canon M50 with the Sigma 16mm f1.4, and just to give you guys the setup of what I got going on as far as the settings on the camera. Right now, again, I'm shooting at 1080-60. I'm at 1/160. I'm at 1/60. I'm sorry, 1/60. I didn't feel the need to do the 1/120 and all that stuff because I'm just sitting here chilling. So I'm at 1/60. I'm at f1.4. My ISO is at 500. All right, the ISO is at 500, and the reason it's at 500 is because I'm running the Godox ES45s. I got one here, one here. Those are my lights, and I have two remotes right here on my desk. And I like to leave these lights at 1% because to me they don't have really good diffusion. So because of that, which we'll talk about that in another video, because of that, I always allow the camera to compensate in the ISO. So I put them at 1%, and then I adjust my ISO on the camera accordingly. I did have it at 400 on the ISO at first, but it looked a little too dark, so I went up to 500, and I just said I'm gonna leave it right here. Okay. Next, we're in picture profile neutral. I chose neutral just so that I can do a little bit of contrast, saturation, and vibrance on the back end. That's the only reason why I went with neutral. No other reason, but just to kind of play around with the colors a little bit to see what I can do with it. Because again, this is a camera that's on the chopping block for me. I want to know if I'm going to actually buy this camera, so I want to try to play with it as much as possible. Now, do I wish I could have used Cine style right here on this camera? Yes, I probably could have installed it. But because I rented this camera from Lens Rentals, I didn't want to do anything extra besides use the camera for what it was worth and just return it. I didn't want to add anything to it. Didn't want to take away nothing from it. I wanted to use it as is and just rock with it the way, it came. You know what I'm saying? So my monitor is plugged in. So we got the monitor running. We got the audio going straight into the camera. We got every single thing we need. And this is what you can accomplish with the Canon M50 Mark II in 2024. Now, again, I am not the best when it comes down to adjusting my picture quality and all that stuff. I try to get it to my liking, the best I can. And this is what I can produce. Now, could this look better? It probably could. Could you make this look better? You probably can. Can I make it look better again? Yeah, but this is where I'm at with it right now, because this is not my camera. I rented this camera, so I'm not able to just fully test it how I want, because I want to run Cine style on it. I want to dive into it and try to mess with it all the way down to, the small details, you know what I'm saying? So, this is what it looks like, guys. I wanted to jump in here and give you guys just a quick little 4 or 5 minute video just to give you guys this example, you know what I'm saying? And in the comment section below, I want you guys to let me know, what do you think? Will this camera or can this camera still be used here in 2024 for stuff like this, right? Because again, we know the ZV-1 can do this, because we've seen that, you know what I'm saying? And this is an older camera. This is an M50 Mark II. They don't even make this camera no more. The M mount is gone, but we do know that Sigma got 3 nice lenses for this camera. So this is a 16mm. Can this camera and this lens with this, quality, can we do this in 2024? because again, there's a lot of cameras out there currently right now that's shooting, you know, some high quality stuff, some 10-bit stuff. You know, my 90D shoots really nice. It looks really nice coming out of that camera. I mean, there's a lot of cameras out there, but if you just starting YouTube, could you sit right here at the M50 Mark II for the next 2, 3, 4 years with this type of quality, upscaling it to 4K 60? To be honest with you, to answer that question, coming from me, I feel like you can, because you guys know that I used to shoot on an iPhone. For every single thing I did on this channel was all done with an iPhone. Then I moved over to my Sony ZV-1, and I, you know, got away from using, you know, phones and stuff like that. And I went straight into the cameras, and I did it with a ZV-1 for a long time, and that looks good. And even still in 2024, the ZV-1 looks good for this. So tell me what you think about the M50 Mark II. It's been your boy Jay. I'm gonna get up out of here. Peace.